hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Like every week, I have changed the audio setup, so it's time for Can Everyone Hear Everyone Else? So I think everyone can hear me.
Can everyone hear? Can you hear yourselves?
Can you hear yourselves talking within your own minds? I can see everyone's waveforms. At least I can see Sam's and mine. We also have some background stuff on, and I've guessed the levels of that. So let me know. Okay, we're a bit quiet. So you can hear us, but we're a bit quiet. That's fine.
Lily Rose shouted, "You're a bit quiet."
You're a bit quiet. All right, if I turn both of us up a little bit, and there should be sort of just some gentle music, and some rain. And a little fireplace in the background.
Crackle, crackle.
Because I'm expecting this to be a very chill stream full of relaxed attitudes. And you know what? People coming together, you know, in this fractious political time, I think we should come together and, like, agree that maybe we should leave the king in charge. Just as an example. But we'll get to that. But we'll get to that. Obsessed, we hear you. Sadly, no rain and fire. It might be that it's just a little bit quiet. Let's put the rain and fire up a little bit, because they are more delicate sounds, and there should be some chill music in the background as well. So let's see with that. Oh, we have a little bit of a hype train going on. Let's see. Oh, music a bit loud.
Too loud.
Music too loud. Music down. Music there. Music there, perhaps. Let's see. It'll be a bit of a balancing act because they're all very different types of sound. They're like music and then like tapping of rain. So doing it by waveform is very difficult because sound confused. Pentel shouted, "Kill the king." Right. So let's thank some folks. Thank you to LilyRose28 who have subscribed. They've been subscribed for 56 months. They have screamed revolution. Okay, so that's, you know, one voice for dissent. You know, maybe as we go along, we'll have more people that are like, "Oh, maintain the status quo, please."
Doesn't anyone want? People love the status quo.
Keep it the same.
Just keep it the same. There's no need for change. I'm Keir Starmer. Let's leave it how it is.
Leave it how it is.
But make it slightly worse.
Yeah, let's back off. Let's back up with progress a bit because we wouldn't want to fall over. Bonsai Gem has also resubscribed. They've subscribed with Prime no less, and it being, I suppose, the end of the month rather than the start of the month. But basically, tomorrow or the day after or whenever the month rolls over, you filthy little Amazon Prime users will have free subscriptions that you can give to me and Sam and Pentol and Moose. Yum, yum, yum. The Bonsai Gems use their Prime today. Good time zone, you will be in my ears whilst I play board games with my kids. I apparently have to play every game because it's Mother's Day. Shouldn't the point of Mother's Day mean that you can say, "Fuck off, I don't want to play the game, it's my day"? I'd like to play a game called "Fuck Off Out the House, It's Mother's Time."
It's Mother's Day. Mother wants her sherry.
Yeah.
Mother wants her gin. Mother wants board games.
Mother wants just silence. Just silence.
Mother wants to read a trashy romance novel.
Mother wants to read the Anthony Selden's Blair.
And welcome to
hello.
Sunday.
I think Erin's here. Hello, Erin.
Mother's Day. Here is
Speaking
the
of
mother
Mother's
of
Day.
my child.
There were 2 little girls playing on scooters outside.
Okay. And you took the rocks that you keep in a basket next to the window, and you started throwing.
And pelted them.
Because they've got to
Monty.
fucking learn.
Monty's
Put it in the
mentally
bin.
pelting them. Hi, everyone. Why am I so radiant? Thank you. It's the autism. Ah!
Oh, my clear skin? That's because I have autism.
It's so sexy. Seriously, though, Monty.
If Monty belonged to a political regime, what political regime do you think they belong to? Mussolini, or
Like
maybe Pol Pot's?
Like anarchism, some sort of
anarchism.
Terribly Monty would be Buddhist. I don't think so.
I suppose Monty does believe in the destruction of the self, but only in the sense of you, the destruction of you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Mad Thomas Roberts. They've been subscribed for 48 months with this message. 4 years. I remember Tim when he was just a silly goose. No, literally. They were on the Untitled Goose Game at the time. From Trexel to reading road signs in Kazakhstan, this stream is always lovely. The mods, the stream is the community itself. Just lovely people. Now I'm older than most of you are and will soon be dead. Please never stop being yourself. Never lose hope. Never stop being silly gooses. And that is from, a skeleton sat in a chair. But why? That skeleton's been there for 40 years. How did it subscribe? Nobody can say.
What?
Thank you very much, Mad Thomas Roberts. Also, thank you very much to Parrot Without Captain, who gave out 5 community gift subs. Very generous of you. Thank you very much for those subs, Parrot Without a Captain. Where have they gone to? Who's got those? They've gone to Catastrophic, Mon 221B, Like Fox, the I Grace, and RC Birdie. And Lazy Kiwi, he's also given out some gift subs as well.
Wow.
They've gone to Glitterforg, and Obelisk Killer. Thank you very much, Lazy Kiwi. Pentol, let's kill Tim, brackets in-game. Thank you for the brackets, Pentol. It's a nice change. Normally I don't get the brackets, the in-game brackets.
Normally it's just, IRL.
Yeah, it's
murder.
I just get like a package, and it's sort of all like taped up weird. Like it's sort of like got sealed and then like taped up again, and then it's had like a label on it, but that label has been like covered over with gaffer tape, and then on that it's sharpied my address, and I'm like, ooh, gifts, and I open it up, and it's just sort of a crude doll of myself, just full of poison, and a message saying brackets you full of poison. So this is a nice change. Pentel is covering themselves legally. So. Firefly. Okay, about to lose signal in a big tunnel. Best of luck, Sam, in the mutiny. Down with the king. Monty for prime minister. I love the idea.
Well, if we get rid of the king,
yeah,
we might not have a prime minister. We might.
No.
President depends what kind of
new king, or maybe you'll just go straight for just a sort of a proportional representation system, where you then have like an appointed president, something like that. Something a bit French. Maybe something with a president and a prime minister, because that is what France does. Because they just couldn't choose. Quick quiz, which I'm probably going to get wrong. Which republic is France in is in now, Sam? Which in France is republic in now, Sam?
What? Which republic?
France has had loads of republics. Like there's the first republic, the second. They
I
keep
see. Okay, I didn't realise they had names. Yeah. Premier,
I mean,
Monty. Yeah.
Go on. What would you guess?
They're in the 69th.
Oh, they'd love to be, and that's what they're working towards. I think they're in the 5th, but they could be in the 6th. It's basically, every time they reform their constitution, because it's like they had the French Revolution and became a republic, and then they went back to the Bourbon Restoration, and then they had the Second Republic, and then Napoleon II decided he was an emperor, so it wasn't a republic.
I have a Bourbon Restoration. That's I restore meat. It restores meat. Drink responsibly, everyone. Drink.
Remember, don't tea and drive.
Don't Yeah.
Austria is obsessed. It is 5th, but we need a 6th desperately. There you go. Do you hear the people singing of complicated legal changes to the constitution to make adjustments to a system that's not quite right? It doesn't scan as well. Right, so we are, as people have so kindly noticed, going to finish off the King of the Castle and Murder Me, or maybe I'll pull it out of the bag at the last minute, and actually it'll be, a real peasants' revolt situation where I, as a boy king, sort of ride out to meet. Gosh, I can't remember who he meets, but the leader, and like, hey, look, I'm the king, and everyone goes, actually, that's fine then, because we were actually cross at your chancellor, who was another guy. You see, I studied history. Mary Thomas Roberts, I'm waiting for the French anarchy, because how hard does that title go? What? I beg your pardon. But before we do that, I received a gift in the post. A gift that I have now taken some labels off of. Speaking of packages with loads of tape on them, I received some anthrax in the post, and let's open it live on stream. I've taken the labels off because I got a package from Inkstain Danny. And nobody but Inkstain Danny and I know what's inside this package. Sam doesn't know, so let's open it up. Sam, do you want to guess?
It is going to be a series. It's going to be a flip book depicting the fall of Rome.
Okay, and would you like to, so what would because let's say it's like 4, because those flip books, they're quite thick, but there's a lot of cards, so it's probably like 4 panels. What 4 sort of major events do they think they're gonna depict? Where would you start?
Page 1, Nero, sad face.
No. So the thing is, Nero was, I think, the 3rd
Page
or 4th emperor after the fall of Rome.
Page 2.
Okay, right.
Nero and Caesar kissing.
Okay, but by the time Nero was on the stream, on the scene, Caesar was long dead, quite long dead, because he died before the fall of the Republic. In fact, you'd included him. Okay, we're gone.
Next panel. Okay. President Brutus.
President Brutus.
His inauguration as president of Rome.
Right.
And then King George III.
King George III. Okay. Well, apart from that last one, I'm afraid a lot of those were wrong. But that last one was great. In fact, yes, somebody had Ali Baxter. Nero is the 5th and last emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So yeah, it is what you said. So you wouldn't have started with sort of like the Crassus, Caesar, Pompey, triumvirate, and then that collapse with Caesar crossing the Rubicon, and then the death of Caesar.
I don't know what drink Caesar liked. It might be Rubicon. It might be something else. It might have been.
Then it collapses.
Might have been grape Fanta. I don't know.
Okay, well. Oh, okay. So within
here, is this a Doctor Who episode?
Could be.
Burn on Doctor Who, I think. Right, what we got?
A mysterious black folder.
Oh, very nicely.
Very nicely. Very nice.
Very professional looking.
Very profesh. Is Inkstain Danny here? Inkstain Danny is here. Moose is going to be full of lovingly painted, tasteful pin-ups of you in the nude. No, I think that sending that across international borders actually counts as a crime. You have to do those domestically or not at all. And within the black folder, we have
a mission.
We have a little thing, a little casing.
Another folder,
and a little note. Let's have a look at the little note. Just check it. I'll just check. Is it alright if I read this out on stream? I don't know what's in it, but before I just sort of plow on, in case it contains secrets and personal stuff. Ali Baxter, then Flavians. I think we may have activated Ali Baxter, who might know a lot about the fall of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Interestingly, Sam, Roman emperors never referred to themselves as emperors. Was not a title.
What did they call themselves? They just
some of them called themselves Caesar and used that because of harkening back to Caesar. Some of them had Imperium. What was it they also said? You were Pontus Maximus, I believe. Like, there was no, we're an empire now. They kind of were like, oh, no, we're still a republic, but I run it, fuck off. And it all just went around. It wasn't very clear. Ali Baxter, I'm quite literally doing a degree in ancient history. Inkstain Danny, yes, go on. Okay, so, dear Tim, here you go. Display it somewhere prominent to weed out the weak-willed visitors. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for all the art you make and put out here, the world is a more beautiful place for it. Thank you very much,
Art.
Danny. Yeah, this is art.
Okay, sure.
What's happening right now?
Yeah.
Pentor, is it just the word cunt? Please tell me it is. I don't believe it's that far off. And on here it says, please remove this gloriously coloured tape very carefully, because I think this is on the item itself, and I don't want to fuck it up.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, you're going to have to vamp. There's a lot of tape.
Start
the drum roll now.
Hang on.
You'll be in trouble.
Let me turn my sound cancelling off.
Oh, there it is. Tim's got a gift, he's unwrapping it so carefully. After all the travels it's done, it would be a shame if it got ripped at the last second, because Tim is a clumsy prick. Cantona, something football chant. Right, I'm halfway there. Should I have done it before stream? Yes, but I hadn't unwrapped any of it. I hadn't even opened it. RC Birdie's doing a drum roll on their desk that's still going on. This tape is so secure, Inkstain Danny. Moose, isn't Emperata basically Emperor? So Emperata just means you have Imperium, which just means you have military power, which meant that you were in charge of stuff that you weren't allowed back into Rome before you given up military power, because you weren't allowed to bring a military force into Rome for obvious reasons, and that's why Caesar crossing the Rubicon is such a important thing, because it was the sort of point, the boundary beyond which you weren't allowed to go, I believe. Ali Baxter, correct, Tim? Yeah, that's right. I've just recently read 3 Robert Harris books about Cicero. And that's why the music speeds up. Sam gets excited by the mention of Cicero and Robert Harris novels.
Cicero.
Oh, Cicero. Ooh. Okay, right, nearly there. Okay, there we are. Open here.
More opening? It's endless opening.
Oh,
Cicero can fuck off,
back.
according to Ali Baxter.
Cicero. Well, the Robert Harris books are sympathetic towards him, I think, as a character, because it's kind of about his life. But he does make lots of very bad mistakes.
Cicero, his policies cannot misero.
Okay, we're nearly in. Oh, here we are. There it is. It's a lovely copy. I need to uninvert myself. Hang on. Transform. You. Oh, select me, you fucking stupid thing.
Flick. Just imagine it backwards in your brain. Everyone, turn your monitors upside down and back to front. Wait.
There we go. I fucked the moon and cucked the sun. Lovely. Thank you very much, Inkstain Dan. You've done a very good job, because this is ink on paper. So
it's very good.
We're going to put
high quality.
A lovely high quality version of that. So we're going to pop this on the wall at home, and it'll let us know who can stay and who's a coward. So thank you very much for that, Inkstain Danny. Right. Pop it back in its little folder. So I don't
Keep it safe and flat.
Keep it safe and flat. And I assume all of the many layers were an effort to keep it safe and flat, coming from the European continent.
Is it
undisclosed location on the European continent?
Like screen printed or hand?
I think. Well, Inkstain Danny, do correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is just done with like marker, but like very careful, like chisel tip marker, and very careful. So hand done rather than thing. Fake Coffee Cup, remind me, why is Tim getting gifts? Because I mentioned on stream that I would be very happy to have that done as a print or something when Inkstain Danny shared the original one, and we arranged for it to be so. He said, you're very welcome and thank you for opening on the stream. Well, thank you very much for doing it, Inkstain Danny. Yeah, hand-drawn, ballpoint pen for the outline, marker to fill in. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Wow.
And I can really just confuse my mum when she comes around. And I go, look, I got some new art. And she goes...
I feel like your mum might have a sort of brain filter for just...
Oh, yeah.
That's just Tim's...
Just Tim's stuff.
I'm just going to hand wave that. I don't need to.
She's come to a lot of the shows that I've done, and she said, I really enjoyed that. And I go, did you? And she goes, yeah, I just, just have to ignore some bits of it, but, I'm just very happy you're happy.
Yeah, my brain protected me from some parts of it, but other than that, it was...
RC Birdie, oh, that's abstract shapes, mum vision. Laser Creepy, it's good chance, yeah, they posted the picture on B-Sky saying that's why I'm ink stained. Because of the ink.
Makes sense.
Come on. Lovely. Well, I suppose we should crack on with the game, unless there's anything else, Sam.
Kill Tim. Kill Tim.
I'm going to sip on my fizzy juices. Electrolytes.
Fizz juice.
Oh, very important to mention as well. It's a shorter stream today because I have got a gig tonight in Brighton, which starts at 8. I need to be there for 7. Well, a little past 7, so yeah, we need to finish sort of around about
6.
Little after 6, really. We don't want to be much later than that. No, maybe it starts at... When the fuck does my gig start? Hang on, I'm just going to check. I just suddenly said it out loud and was like, that doesn't sound right.
It starts in 1 minute.
Oh, fuck. Oh, piss. Hang on. Everybody calm down. No, it starts at 7, which is why we need to finish at 6. Luckily, it's close. This makes sense. I was like, that seems like too much time. No, it starts at 7. But it's near my house. Come down to the Caroline of Brunswick if you're in Brighton. Yeah. Unless you're a fucking coward. So let's switch over. And we can continue with the king. So, Monarch Secularis Font II of the Spheripat dynasty is having a tough time of it. Sam, I've just remembered I need to share my screen with you.
Yes, that's right.
Luckily, and I'm glad they've done this, Discord is updated since last time. So,
can you? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Because when you shared OBS, it was all like stretched and it was hard to read.
Oh.
Because it only shares 720p.
Yeah.
So if there is a way to just share just the game or just the chunk with the game on it, because it was a little compressed.
Capture devices. Let's see if I can share.
If it's possible.
Just my capture device with you. Our camera will be all a bit fuckoed for a moment, everyone, until I finish doing this.
Because
I love the fact that it doesn't scale the menu at all, so the menu just goes off the end, so you have to change the size of the screen. Which is just a great bit of design.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
What have we got? Loading. 30 FPS. 720 progressive scan.
As opposed to interlaced. Is happening?
Dog shit interlaced.
Oh, thank you very much, Moose, for sharing that. Oh, have we got is the plugin working, everyone? Or no, did I turn it off because last time we keep on flicking between things? So let me turn the plugin on so everyone can join and see everything. My extensions.
It's loading the stream, but it's not doing anything.
It might be that I'm grabbing the capture device more than once, and it doesn't like that. So we might have to do it another way. Sorry, Sam.
That's okay. No, it's fine. I can manage.
He's a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
So let's go. This application.
I've also got a very long and involved anecdote, but it will not stand up to interruptions. So it might have to. Boy, if we're doing the game as well at the same time, I don't think it's.
Well, in which case, should we do your long and involved anecdote before we start the game?
Should we do? Do you want to hear a long and involved anecdote, everyone? It's not.
Everyone.
I can squash it down a bit if we're.
No. I say stretch it out.
So let's stretch it out. So Friday morning, I wake up. I can't hear out of my left ear. Seems like an issue. So that's an issue for me, right? I need my hearing. So I then it goes away after a bit, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's not a big deal. Yeah. Saturday morning, left ear, no worky, can't hear shit.
And you've only got the
two.
Yeah.
I only got the 2, and I can't hear anything. So around midday, I phoned NHS 111. I had a very long conversation with them about whether or not I was bleeding. They're very concerned about that, which makes sense.
Would mean
but
I
was like,
no,
no,
which means time to go.
I was like, no, and they're like, if you got a fever, and I was like, I haven't taken a temperature, but I do feel feverish. I felt a bit like I was getting cold symptoms. I felt like swollen around my eardrum, and have I got a sympathy ear infection with Amy or something? If I got
a hysterical ear infection, I believe it would be called
yeah,
in old medical parlance.
Yeah. So I phoned 111,
Yeah.
spoke to the person, and then got about an hour later, I got a text saying like you have qualified for continued treatment. You've been
thanks.
deemed. It does sound like there's something wrong actually. And then an hour after that, I get a call from they said the doctor will call you, and I'm like, how are they going to do this? How's this going to work? So I get a call from the receptionist saying, can you come down to the hospital? And I'm like, no, not really.
No, I thought
I'm
I
here
was
with
waiting
the
for a
dog.
phone call.
Yeah, Erin's got the car. I can't really come down. And they're like, okay, I'll phone back in 10 minutes when you've worked out whether or not you can come, basically. So I've talked to Erin. Erin's doing a gig. Erin's trying to do rehearsals and stuff. And like, I'm sending the messages being like, hey, my ear's fucked.
Yeah.
I might need you to come home or something. And anyway, so the only appointment I could get was at 5:30. So the kind of timing worked out. Erin was coming back. So Erin gets back. I still can't hear anything, and I'm starting to feel like like bad, like I've got, like it's a bad time. And Erin gets back and drives me to the Royal Sussex, which is the other side of Brighton. So it doesn't actually take that long, but the traffic is unbelievable, and everyone is driving like an absolute cunt.
Was this yesterday?
Because this was yesterday.
Yeah, the marathon was on. It was Brighton Marathon. Was that yesterday?
And the sun's out.
Can't remember.
There was football on.
It was football.
Yeah,
Marathon.
and so everyone was going there. So we drive there, and people are driving really badly, and Erin's getting stressed, and Monty's in the car, and he's really stressed out. He's like whining the whole time. And we're getting there, and I'm feeling, and like, because when you can't hear out of one ear, all the sounds are just worse because you can't tell where it's coming from, and everything is really annoying. So we get there, and there's no. I get to the hospital. Erin drops me off, and then he's going like, "Shall I wait or shall I go? Because otherwise you're gonna have to get a cab back or a bus or something." So, I get on the Wi-Fi, and I'm trying to work out how long it's going to be. And there's a family in there who have been waiting like an hour and 45 minutes to an hour or something for their appointment. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be a while, so you should probably go. So I'm now resigned myself to getting back from the other side of Brighton on public transport or a cab or something. So I sit there for an hour in a waiting room. It was everyone was like great, but
no one
it
threw
was a
anything or
long.
called you a cunt.
Yeah, nothing was bad. It was just that, and then there's a guy there who's obviously in a lot of pain, and is asking. He's like people who've come in after me have gone in first and stuff, which they had, and the receptionist was like, yeah, the doctor's aware of it. They're triaging and stuff, and he was like, for someone in a lot of pain, he was being incredibly polite. He was like, I'm really, really sorry, but and people have come in. I really understand that you're pushed and it's out of hours and everything. He's being, but anyway.
But owie.
So it's tough. So I go in, see doctor something or other. I say, I think I've got an ear infection. I can't hear out of my ear. We go through like a little brief medical history.
If there's a Lego man in there, Sam, I'm gonna be so cross with you. Go on.
So he gets the little ear thing. So I stand by the thing, and he looks in and goes, "Yeah, it's just earwax, mate."
Yeah, what you've got is wax in your ear?
You need to clean your fucking ears out, mate.
Yeah, do you want to clean your ear?
Do you want to clean your fucking ears?
Do you want to stop being a prick and clean your ear? Now get out of my office.
He's like, go, just go to the pharmacy and get olive oil ear drops. Clean your fucking ears.
The thing is, it's not like brushing your. It's not like people are like, and obviously now we clean our ears. Like, you're not supposed to put Q-tips in them. Like, up until a certain age, you are not supposed to do anything with your ears.
Right? You're not meant to stick anything in there.
And
they just look after themselves.
They stop looking after themselves. And everyone's like, why is your ear so full of wax? Why are you taking care of it? And you're like, it has been over 30 years of just total independent operation.
I didn't have to do anything. They just got on with it. And now I think I'm wearing my earbuds too much.
Yes, I've had similar things where, because I wear them all the time, and then I take one off and look at it and go, that's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
What's on there is not right.
And then I got the bus back, and I heard one conversation was a man and a woman, and he was talking about the clocks going forward, and he's like, yeah, you lose an hour of sleep. And she's like, no, you don't lose an hour of sleep. You just sleep 1 hour less. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You lose an hour of sleep because there's the clocks go forward. And she's like, no, but you're sleeping during that time, so you're not. And he's like, that's what I'm saying. She's like, you just sleep 1 hour less. You don't lose an hour of sleep. He's like, you're just saying the same thing twice.
Okay. She's saying you don't lose an hour of tough to do time, and he's like, no, but you don't get to sleep as long if you've got to get up at 7 a.m. for an 8 a.m. start.
And then you lose an hour of sleep.
What an infuriating conversation to sit.
And then this young guy on the second bus, this guy was like, you can't. No one ever buys anything for food trucks. They're all money laundering. You can't make money in this country anymore unless you're a Romanian pushing a little cart around. And I'm like, oh, I see. It's so.
What a weirdly specific thought.
He was such a fucking. And he was just
Did
going.
You know
he had
that
really loud.
Deloitte doesn't make any money in this country. It's just 20,000 Romanian men pushing around a little cart, just in an office block in London with Deloitte on the outside.
Fucking racist.
Penton has shouted, "What is happening?"
Right. That was my day. I had a fucking day yesterday.
It's a good day. Penta was very worried about that leading to a pun. I was as well, Sam. I was like, this could be going towards a Guy Kelly. If you don't even know here, he knows Guy Kelly. Follow him on Blue Sky. I can't remember his handle, but he is a comedian who does just incredibly long Twitter stories that end in puns. It's like, oh, fuck you, Guy. So again, you follow him.
I wish I'd thought of that. Yeah, yeah, watch out in future, but yes.
Also, sorry, Vague Coffee Cup, we missed this. Vague Coffee Cup did subscribe with Prime 13 minutes ago. They've been subscribed for 47 months. How's it almost been 4 years? What the fuck? I want my time back. Sorry. Christina loves Guy Kelly. Right, so sickness spreads or something wrong. I'm gonna go with something's wrong. Let's find out what's wrong. Oh, Pentel, by the way, you didn't see my highlight message, so fuck you here again. Oh yeah, Tim, update on the lost train plushie I sent you months and months ago. I wanted to send you another one. Apparently I can't because the claim I sent to the post office has led to an investigation into the route because there have been several complaints about lost packages, so I have to send the new train plushie through a different post office. Is there an international plushie theft happening?
There's some gnarled, haggard train detectives out there.
It's always the plushies. You know, after so many years in this business, you expect everything. I've seen plushies. I've seen Googats. I've seen doodads. Yeah. Oh, Squiddy Tense, Pentel has uncovered a postal grifting scheme. Weird. Right. It's a night like any other. You're lying in your monarch-sized bed with your husband by your side, snoring gently. As is often the case, the troubles of the kingdom are keeping you awake, especially the rebellion. How could the chiefs betray you like this? For once, though, your insomnia comes in useful because it allows you to hear the slithering under your bed.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to wake my sleeping husband because I must be protected by my goth daddy. Ugh, what is it? Are the common folk finally rising to take everything from us? When you explain the situation, he sits bolt upright, rubbing sleep from his eyes. Yes, I hear it. What are we going to do? I think we should call for the honor guard. Because I don't think we should stick our head under the bed or reach under the pillow for the dagger. I think we need the guards. It's time for that. Have you tried to stab a snake? It's difficult. Oh, Pendle, apparently there were 200 complaints within 2 weeks about the same route, all involving objects sent not from companies, but from independent people to the UK or France. Weird. Fox Club Power, babe, do you hear that? No, 71 Penguins, I'm not getting my face bitten off by a snake. Call the honor guard. Your honor guard post themselves outside your door every night. You call for them to come and investigate the suspicious noise. Upon hearing your shouts, your Eastern Knights burst into the bedchamber, cloaks swishing and swords drawn. What's the matter, your majesty? Check under the bed. One of your Eastern Knights suppresses aside, kneels down and looks under the bed. Then the knight rears back, roaring in agony. An enormous black serpent has lunged out from beneath your bed and slithered down a gap in his armour.
Oh my god.
No, thank you. Pentor, it's all the Hungarian end, so I'm guessing they fucked something up. They always do. Hungarian post companies are shit. I also just realised, because I read something terrible about like snakes slithering under some armour, I didn't check the Ko-fis, and I didn't see if there was something horrible.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, hang on a minute. This is sounding more and more like a femme fatale.
Oh no, we are femme fatale-less this week. Well, you'll have to use a big snake getting under your armour and slithering around whilst you try and get it off as your replacement. Squidly Terrence, there's a snake under my armour too. Within moments, the knight has dropped dead. Does that happen with you, Squidly Terrence, as well? I don't know. Foaming at the mouth, the huge snake uncoils, pulsates, then abruptly transforms into a hooded human figure, knife clutched in one hand. Is that how it goes for you as well, Squidly Terrence?
You get a little bit horny, do you die? Is that?
For a moment, your surviving honor guards can only stare in shock. What are you waiting for? Kill him, help, or protect your monarch? I think protect your monarch sounds most...
There aren't a lot of selfless kings out there, are there?
No.
Really?
And I haven't got the option for, like, bicycle kick him in the face because you're rad. Protect your monarch! Your honor guard and the assassin engage. Somehow, the lone killer downs several of them in an instant. Though they receive only superficial cuts, they're already convulsing with foam dribbling from their lips. Eventually, the assassin is cut down, but not before your Eastern Knights have been utterly decimated. The few survivors die within hours, also foaming. Is that how it goes for you, Squidly Terrence? The survivors die foaming? Squidly Terrence, maybe. No, I'll never tell. Darling, are you hurt? Blood and stars. How could this happen in our own bedchamber? Your Majesty, are you all right? No, I'm absolutely not. Calm down, Your Majesty. The danger has passed. If the assassin had caught you sleeping, you do not be talking to me now. You should thank the ninth for your insomnia. I saw a snake turn into a man. Yes, I heard the rumour that the children of the Viper could turn themselves into snakes. Until now, I'd thought it mere superstition. Who was the assassin? Squidly Terrence, there's never been a survivor to ask, sadly. One of the children of the Viper, the most feared assassins in the kingdom, no doubt hired by your enemies in the north. They use magic and trickery and tricky poisons in combat. A single Viper's child can slaughter even the kingdom's finest warriors. We'll have to be more vigilant from now on. I need some time to process this, and a gun, of course. The chiefs will stop at nothing, even murder, to bring you down. Thank the ninth for your honor guard. May they rest in peace. Things could have gone very differently. If perhaps I poked my head under the bed.
Yeah. That was a dreadful idea.
It's a terrible idea. Who was a proponent of that? Did you vote for that, Sam? Is that thing you wanted to happen?
Oh, no. I only want the best for my king. A wretch such as me would never endanger the king.
Also, can I check, is the background music from the game A coming through and B being loud? Is it being loud enough? Is it being loud enough? Sickness spreads. Your Grace, a terrible sickness is spreading among my troops in the east. What kind of sickness? We've done a lot of digging, a lot of latrines, and a lot of graves. What could we do about it? I don't think I should be pissing them off right now, and their defiance is quite high, so let's do that. If we let the disease run its course, we will have lost a lot of soldiers we can't afford to lose, but I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward. I'm assuming the chiefs can no longer vote, given that they're in rebellion. Not sure.
Right.
Not sure. Do we send doctors from Quail University? Do we hire a wizard to cure the Eastern troops with magic? Do we quarantine the diseased in order the healthy leave them behind? Or do we do nothing to stop the spread of this sickness? Well, we're not going to do nothing. Thank you very much. So if anyone was thinking of fucking me by doing that, that's not happening. So let's start the vote. But I'm assuming the chiefs can't vote? I don't know. Why would they be able to vote? Chiefs try to vote. See what happens. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like they're allowed. Too damn right. That's what happens. When you rebel, you lose your right to participate in democracy.
Yeah. You're too busy burning down the town hall.
Exactly. Shockingly, Greens and Purples want me to spend money because that is their aim. They want to decimate the treasury, where the treasure is. FWW, hey, I'm a wizard. I'll go help. Right, the people of Quail, The quail have come. Honk honk. I know how to treat this sickness, your majesty. It's a simple remedy. Garlic, wormwood, and spleen of goat. Only mustn't forget leeches. Lots of leeches. Of course, gathering enough ingredients to treat a whole army doesn't come cheap. At great expense, you send the best doctors from Quail University out east to cure your troops. Hopefully they're worth the money, 60% chance. And it wasn't. The doctors get to work with their leeches and bizarre concoctions. Some of your soldiers even benefit from the treatment. But it quickly becomes clear the doctors are fighting a losing battle, especially after they also catch the sickness. By the time the sickness has finished cutting through the eastern troops, hundreds of soldiers are dead. Morale among the survivors has plummeted. Great. Great. Good. Oh, Femme Fatale has just wanged a coin our way. Have a look, shall we? Content warning for the kind of message Femme Fatale sends. Tonight you will awaken to a gaunt man crouching on your chest. He will reach into his mouth and begin pulling out his teeth. One by one, he will shove each bloody tooth into your mouth. If you do not eat them, he will take them back. And your teeth as well. Chow down. Chow down on the gift of teeth. Thank you very much, Femme Fatale, for that. Wonderful timing for the Kofi image. Oh, Buzz. Important Buzz. Important Buzz I need to know about. Oh, yes. Oh, what? Hang on.
Tim's got a message saying, your new underpants are ready.
So your new extra tough underpants that, quote unquote, repel mold and stanks. Okay. Okay. I just got confused about times. Okay. So, everyone's dead. The doctors have fucked it. And that's not helped. Next season. Hopefully next season we'll finally bring some good news. What was the voice that we had for the patricians? We retired the sex voice and it became something else. What was it?
I can't remember.
Can anyone in the chat? Or can
there was another one you did that upset everyone.
Yeah, but it was a different one to that.
Yeah.
Squiddy Tones, I've accidentally swallowed one of my own teeth before. It's not that bad. Well, there we go then. Problem solved. Just swallow them down.
You'll forgive me if I still think it's that bad.
Tim
Curry.
Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa. Is that Tim Curry? I can't really do Tim Curry. It was a sort of deep, bassy, posh voice, if I recall. I can't remember. It was something specific, and some people said it was like British Stitch, and it wasn't British Stitch. It was somebody else. Tim Curry, except he's never heard Tim Curry before. Well, we'll just do that. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians to the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. To what do I owe this pleasure, Madame Treasure? Oh, give it a rest. You know why I'm here. Let's just hurry this up, shall we? Where do I sign? Here, and here, and here. There you go. You've got what you wanted. Of course. Goodbye, Madame Treasure. Do my eyes deceive me? Was that the royal treasurer you were speaking with? Indeed, my good friend. Good news. With the monarch's gold running out, the treasurer was willing to sell off the kingdom's roads and bridges. Soon this kingdom will be ours. But what will we do when we own everything? Okay. Are you going to turn the monarch into a proud corporate mascot? Or are you going to mercilessly extract wealth from the kingdom until it collapses? You're going to raise my stability, or are you going to lower my authority? And don't forget, you're also fighting against the chiefs, because if they rebel and take over the kingdom, you get to do neither of those. So, vote away. Pentor wants to collapse the kingdom. Okay, good. Well, lovely. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's lovely to have some people on my side.
Yeah, bankrupting the crown always works. It never leads to something worse.
No, it's fine. Remember, because everybody you're working with now in the shared goal to destroy the regime you don't like afterwards will still remain on your side as you try to form a new government, and it won't be a case of everybody going, right, now, I actually fucking hate you, and that's how you end up being the Mensheviks. And you never want to be the Mensheviks.
We don't have a common enemy anymore. In fact, I guess we do, and it's you.
No, Tim, we're all pulling together. That's what everyone says they're doing midway through revolution.
Yep.
You wouldn't believe how many revolutions of people all pulling together right up until the point the king is dead, and then they're not pulling together anymore. See, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, Haitian Revolution, I think most. We've invested a lot of money in this kingdom. It's about time we started turning a profit. Folks up out, yes, but this is chat against you, and I'll be dead by then. Inksane Danny, anarchists and communists are always friends after the revolution. We know this. We'll be fine. But what about the monarch? Won't they try and stop us? The key word there, my friend, is try. Now let's fuck one of the sexy people we hired. This sounds like something they do. For the final stage of the patrician scheme, they must lower authority to 2 or less.
Not far off.
Oh right, so everybody's scheme is at 3. Right. And I have no heir. I forgot. I still don't have an heir.
The egg has not hatched.
No, Pentil, not one of the sexy people we hired. One of the sexy people we hired. Employed. There's just basically they've got a suite of gigolo, is what I'm saying. As we all do. You have a suite of gigolo, don't you, Sam?
Oh, many gigolo. Whatever the plural of gigolo is.
Gigolo. Or just jiggles.
Gigoletto. I guess that's a small gigolo.
It's a little gigolo. Little pocket size. Ask Martin, what up, Tim? You plugged your do the thing tonight. I have. Martin will be there.
Giglets.
Criminal Ant, Jigglepodes. Excellent. Oh dear, purple vote rebel. Oh god. Right. My heir. Quickly, I need an heir. I must have an heir. Corchester, Cunts of the East, join us. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die? I ask my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. We went with just child last time. I think we're going to go specifically with daughter, because then if we play again, we can go full hashtag Quen mode. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you have cemented the stability of the kingdom. Oh, have we? Have we cemented the stability of the kingdom? It feels pretty cemented and stable. Your Grace, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What's her name? I've only got one choice. Circulius Funt III. We never get to choose anything else. It's a shame. How delightful. I'm sure little Circulius Funt III will grow up to be a jib up the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from your spy master soon. Yes, win the game, eh? Sure.
Don't worry, I won't rebel, Tim. You don't.
Oh, you won't. You'll hold the counts together.
Yeah, I'll hold. Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Dire news, Your Majesty. The coast has sent a battalion of their finest soldiers to support the chiefs in the field. Have they turned against us? Well, fucking yeah, afraid so. The patricians have formally joined the rebellion, declaring you a tyrant. Piss. Just gonna have a quick look at military. 7, 5, 1. So that 5 needs to be higher. Sam?
Yeah.
I've noticed you've rebelled, but not only that, you highlighted your message.
Yeah. It was so what happened? It's the communists. It's a conspiracy.
Yes. Okay.
I'm being framed. Don't worry about this dagger that I'm polishing. That's unrelated. This is an unrelated dagger.
It's to protect yourself against the communists. That's
I've carved the word rebel into.
Death to tyrants, you've carved into it.
Yeah.
Death to tyrants, and then if you flip it over, it just says all for Sam. It's just got a very, very mixed message. Right, okay, fine. Karen, he's definitely being framed. Foxed up, Monty ran over the keyboard. I suppose the hamsters that run Sam's computer have risen up and taken over the keyboard. Yes, thank you.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Right. Well, there we go. They're citing your past transgressions as a reason for your uprising. When desperate peasants starve to death on your watch, your adoption of a foreign currency in the kingdom. I won't lie, Your Majesty.
They really hated that.
They really did. I don't
They
have a fucking
really
choice.
hated it.
And do you know what, Sam? Do you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't choose that. They did. That was I didn't choose to do that. That was a vote.
Like, this is the Eric Andre meme of him shooting Hannibal and then going, who switched currencies?
Vague Coffee Cup says, get fucked, Tim. And says, no, that was you.
Was it?
I don't think I get to choose anything directly. Like, the whole point of this game, or do I? Oh, all because you chose to print more money before that. Yes, that was me to choose.
But that always works out fine.
Yeah. Fuck about, why would you let us vote on that stupid? Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? That was definitely you. Okay. Right. See, I'm being gaslit. I've always kept shouting that at people, and it's finally happening. I didn't even notice.
Gaslit with the truth. What a nightmare.
Chief Laser Kiwi. My dear patricians of the coast, thank you for joining us on our righteous war against the tyrant monarch Circulus Fonts II. Yes, you have our support. We are hoping that you do most of the actual fighting, though. Ha, not likely. You've committed now, my friends. You must decide where to direct your opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the Counts to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. You could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch. What are you going to do? 80% defiance. Yeah, I mean, it seems like statistics-wise, you should go with B. But what you should actually do, go with A. Launch a preemptive strike against me. Please, please.
Yeah. So, we've got one slightly armoured horse.
Yeah. Called Chris.
Yeah.
Chris the tough horse.
And they've got 3 scabbards but no swords.
No, sweet no. It appears that they've chosen B, Sam. Hello, KCB. I'm currently being fucked live on stream, but weirdly, it's within Twitch's terms of service, so go figure. Right. Nothing, dear. Nothing's happening. They're rebelling against me.
And why would they do that?
I don't know, because they're...
Why on earth would they do that?
I think because they're ungrateful.
Do you think Max has gone?
Let me
Max
see.
rebelled
Hang on.
against us quite a lot earlier.
Max would do. Yeah, sorry, this Sam?
Amy.
Oh, hang on.
Amy needs to... No. Amy needs to turn slightly towards me and down a little bit, and then I can be half Amy, half Sam.
Okay, hang on. If I go... Oh, no, this way. Yeah, there.
This
okay,
way.
No, this way, and down.
And
Crouch
down.
a bit, crouch a bit.
Down.
Yep. Okay. Up, and then in. There we go. Combined into a terrifying homunculus. Say me. Or am. Behold.
I'm actually feeling quite unwell for a change.
Okay.
But it's not because of the illnesses, it's because I ate too much shortbread.
A nice change.
Is there any shortbread left?
Yeah, do you want it?
Yeah, please.
Do you want it to make sure that I don't eat it and die?
I mean, it's a double-edged sword for me in that it means I get shortbread, and it also means you don't eat it, despite the fact you've already made yourself ill with shortbread. But to be fair, Amy deserves shortbread.
It's not us. It's not us. The packet says it has to be used by today, so we are using
Exactly.
It's true.
It's important.
And to be fair, Co-op says on the top of it, it's irresistible. So
it. It's irresistible.
yeah, it says here, even unto death. Right. So, voting is closed. Can I catch a fucking break? And the 2 out of 10 chance go my way. Oh, yes.
Also, as happens in all rebellions and coups, we have to stop to look at my butterfly.
Oh, Amy has been
I'm
colouring
making a
lovely
butterfly.
Oh.
Colouring is all I can do now.
There we go. Very nice.
Thank you.
It's Amy's colouring
The
corner.
only thing that the monarch and the rebels agree on
Yeah.
is Amy's butterfly is fucking great.
We can all agree. We love the butterfly. Right, let's find out. Fuck. The patrician smuggler's secret message to the counts. Dignified counts, too long have you suffered under the monarch's oppression. You Easterners are a proud people. Why are you putting up with this tyrant? Join us. They speak truly. Why did we never think of things this way? The counts are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on it if their defiance is high enough. Yeah, I think it is. It's 9. Right, I'm going to end the season. There's an auction. Good. Vote away, you truculent fucks. Sarah Penguins, Alia, you're so handsome. Not only are all of the court rebelling against me, they're also complimenting each other and doing little kisses. And that's insult to injury for me. Scroll down. I am down. This is all the options. These are the options. There is no scrolling. Karen, I'm almost broke and we're rebelling. Emil TV, let's give him a sporting chance. Yeah, I think that's a one-person campaign from you there, Emil TV. I do thank you, but I believe a sporting chance is not. I think because I won unexpectedly last time, there's no sense of people trying to win. They just want me to lose, which does make this game pretty tricky for the Monarch. It kind of depends on people's conflicting interests being the thing I have in my favour. That's not happened this time.
When they're not conflicted, suddenly
right.
A problem.
So the chief's military is going up one, lovely, and the counts are improving farming. So thank you for that.
Just a nice little farm.
Just a nice little bit of
farming.
Aqueduct. Folks about why is green so rich? Instead, Danny, farming is important. Farming is important, and you know what? In the midst of war, people can sometimes forget that.
You do still need to eat. You really do.
Yeah, it's true.
Loyalists? How are we loyalists?
Because you haven't yet rebelled. You're on the verge of rebellion, but you haven't yet rebelled. But as you can see, you've been doing a shit job, so...
Yeah.
It's a good question, Emil. It's a good question. Yeah, an army marches on its stomach, squiddly terrans, and never fight a land war in Asia. Captured loyalist, the final battle or pinch point. Well, I think we should let this go through. See what happens. Chief LBRW, good news, Musa so cool. In my latest sortie, I captured a key leader for the loyalist forces. A scourge on you, LVBLW, boil-bottomed ninny-hammer. Release me at once. I think this is sort of like a splinter group who haven't yet realised that they've said that they'll join. So, but that's how... Fog of War, mate. Fog of War. Someone gag our guest. I'm tired of listening to her whittering. That's better. Now we can hear ourselves think. So, Moose so cool. What shall we do with our prize? Okay. Execute her and send her head to the Monarch. Extract key information from her by any means necessary. Free her as a show of mercy, or demand a hefty ransom from the counts. So the counts are on your side. So, yeah, because you've not actually rebelled yet. You've just had a private meeting.
You probably want to go for C, right?
You're going to free it as an act of mercy. Really? You're just letting me go? Aye, make sure you tell your fellow counts that we are your friends, not that tyrannical excuse for a monarch. It's true, I'd have killed you. Just for fun. Just for fun. Pinch point. Pinch point. Chief Grasule. Glory awaits, Foxglove pal. Our forces will soon march across the river Voltine in the east, and after that, it's a clear road to the capital. A river's crossing is a dangerous time for any army. We should do something unexpected. Build rafts downstream and float our troops across. By Morgana's cauldron, what cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the east. Aye, if I urge caution. Oh, caution. Do you want to build a raft downstream away from trouble? Do you want to seize the day and capture and hold the main bridge? Or cross the bridge and collapse it behind you? Lily Rose 28. I've been hitting vote. I don't know what's wrong. Have you definitely joined, Lily Rose? Oh, yeah? Yeah? You're a member of the counts? Although you couldn't vote in that last one, Lily Rose. And you can't vote in this one either.
Just for
These are open to chiefs, Northern only, and the last one was patricians only. Okay, seize the day, capture and hold the main bridge. They're going for it. The chiefs mount a furious assault on the bridge. It's narrow enough to create a pinch point, negating any numbers advantage. This will come down to which side has the finest warriors. Glance over at the counts. They are just sort of writing poems on a rock and are planning to rebel against me. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. The answer, of course, is the chiefs. Fuck. By the day's end, the bridge flagstones are slick with blood, but it's been captured and fortified by the northern troop. That was a 60-40 vote. Like, that was, yes, it's slightly worse than 1 and 2, but I've not won a single vote, Sam. I'm starting to think that there's shenanigans.
Someone's been.
Oh, does it really work? No, it works. Works whenever. Yeah, works whenever. The rebels have gained a victory point. The East's trade has gone down a little bit, but so has their military, I suppose. Right, the final battle. It is the night before the final battle. The atmosphere in the eastern camp is subdued. Everyone knows the chiefs are a formidable foe. On the journey, you've had to leave most of the luxuries of a monarch behind, but your marshal was good enough to ensure the royal command tent is always well stocked with wine. I think it's time to abstain. I think I've got a very, 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 very slim chance of getting out of this alive. So I think of all
and
the
it's
nights
not going to be helped by a hangover.
It's not going to be helped by either a hangover or being absolutely munted during a night attack or something like that. No, Moose. No.
Oh, King, I brought you your favourite drink.
You fuck
and
off.
I've got you a goblet, and it's like every time it drips and hits the table, it burns through the table.
Yeah. And you go, don't worry, I'll take a sip. And you very clearly cover a little hole, so it's like an assassin's cup.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then just take your finger up against it, and it bubbles. And you go, there you go. I smash it off the table and tell you to get out. Get out. I'm abstaining from alcohol tonight. You can say, Danny, polish your armor if you catch my drift. You have a big wank in your tent. It really chills you out, which is quite helpful. Gorgester pouring it down his shoulder like Kronk. Squeakers. Squeaker. You'll need to clear head and sharp wits before the battle ahead. Tomorrow we fight. How are you feeling, Your Majesty? A little nervous. Entirely natural, Your Majesty. Anyone who's not nervous doesn't understand the tactical situation. Now you're here, I need you to lead your troops, otherwise their morale will plummet. Okay. You know what? Fake it till you make it. I think I'm going to have to try and pretend to not be a sort of
buffoon,
opulent buffoon whose father was good at war, and I didn't do that much. So.
Yeah.
At last, a chance to sow. Oh, no, I mean, of course, not conceited.
No, not braggy.
Just okay. I'm glad you understand. You then shit yourself quietly in the corner. The next day, at an ungodly hour, you climb onto your warhorse and ride out with your troops to meet the chiefs on the battlefield. The sky is, nicely, blood red. That's nice. It's a farmer's moon, a harvest moon.
Foreboding.
Encouraging, I'm going to say. I'm saying it's actually encouraging. Look, the sky's red. Red like the colour of victory, I'm going to say. I think that's what it's red for. Flags whip in the wind.
Red sky at night, you're going to die in a battle. Red sky in the morning, you're going to die, but even worse, in a battle.
Yeah. Red sky at night, you're going to die in a battle. Red sky in the morning, you have died in a battle.
Yeah.
And that's sort of an aerosolized blood cloud. Enjoy. Leroy's 28. Colour theory. Catch a potato. The red, the blood of angry men. It's true. Because actually, if you cut open a calm or kindly man, it's actually sort of just a nice teal. But if they're cross, red through and through. Horns blow, drums beat, both sides are in battle formations, with the enemy visible only as 1,000 gleams of swords and armour. Your troops are looking at you. They expect a speech. Okay. Okay, I've got 50-50 on all of these. If we die today, we die in glory, but try not to die. We stand and fight, brave warriors of the East. Brave, loyal, brave warriors of the East. I have a sneaking suspicion, Sam, that there's going to be a voting.
They're going to turn around,
and they can choose not to do this.
They can be like, "No, thank you,"
or they can take your lives, but they can never take my life. I'm going to try and do the one that doesn't have sort of a weird caveat. That's probably not going to help, but I think these are 50-50 votes either way.
Mm-hmm.
Your soldiers reply with a half-hearted cheer. Their hearts are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's statistically unusual to lose this many dice rolls.
It's
It's getting
You've been rolling a lot of ones.
A lot of ones, and I know that's not. I know that over sort of numbers this small, it's hard to get a good pattern out of a 50-50 chance. That's not how that's not how chance works. It can be 1 1 1 1 1, and it still be a 50-50 chance. But yeah, Squidly Totes, congrats on beating the average. Thank you. Right. 90% chance. Hang back with the archers. I'm gonna do that. That seems like the best thing to do. I'm hanging back.
Just let everyone else do your battles for you.
Did you hear how weakly they cheered?
Well, it's not exactly heroic, is it?
Rather than risking your neck on the battlefield, you decide to hang back with the archers, close enough for the action that people can't describe you as a coward, but far enough away that you're probably safe. You watch the battle from afar, your heart beating in your ears like a drum, troops clashing back and forth across the churned, blood-soaked mud, clouds of arrows dropping down, soldiers dying in seconds. All you can do is watch and hope 10%. So there's a 10% chance of a reprieve. The battle lasts 4... Didn't work. The battle lasts 4 hours.
No?
Nah, it didn't work. And then in an instant, it's over. Your eastern soldiers break from the line and start running, and the chiefs whoop in triumph and start chasing them down. Your marshal appears, charging through the chaos, and pulls her onto your horse. Their military is now inadequate, and the rebels' victory points can't go higher. The day is lost. We must flee. How did this happen? I wish I had time to answer, but we need to get you out of here, else you'll end up with a head on a spike. You flee the blood-soaked battlefield, followed closely by the marshal, not stopping until you've left it far behind. That should be enough distance for now. We've got a hell of a gallop ahead of us, Your Majesty, if we want to get back to the capital in time. How could this happen? We threw the dice. They came up snake eyes. These things happen in war. If we want to see the year's end, we must build the fortification, stockpile food, and train up a citizens' militia.
Okay.
Pentel, I shipped the marshal and this king. I mean, they're weirdly loyal. I've given them very little reason to be this loyal.
Yeah. You must be paying them a lot.
The chiefs will be camped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. It's time to pray to the Ninth, Your Majesty, because apart from him, we're on our own. Piss it and fuck. End of season. How did we do?
King.
Oh, I can't tax anyone.
Every cosplay, Ali back, selfie, BLW are all.
Kill.
Or
kill,
just
kill.
everyone's coming for your head.
What can I hear outside the castle wall? Kill. I've got no loyal regions. Continue to the rebellion report. I wonder how it's going. Badly. All regions. Everyone has turned against me. To be fair, they haven't turned against me. They opened the game by saying, I'm going to fucking kill you. So... Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Hashtag relatable. Overwhelmed. Ah, dear. You can't say this was a surprise. Pentel, this is the best run ever. Your marshal staggers into the throne room, stinking of booze. She gives you a lopsided grin. Heard the news? Good news, I hope. Your marshal roars with laughter, slapping her thigh. Good news, they say. The counts have sent word that join the rebellion against you, Your Majesty. All 3 regions have now turned on you. Do you know what this means? It means my head on a spike. It means we are royally, no pun intended, screwed. The capital garrison couldn't take on one of the regions single-handed, let alone 3. Historically, the monarch of the kingdom has only survived by playing all the regions against each other. To unite them all in a common cause, their hatred of you, it's no mean feat. They came into this a biased jury. They agreed amongst themselves to do this regardless of what I did. I even tried to get the counts to win and take over and make me just a weird magic hermit.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't.
Right, but
they chose not to. They, Sam, chose not to.
I can't believe they did this.
I can't believe they did this.
I'm so angry, and I feel betrayed on your behalf, Wise King. You just see me like slipping out of a side door.
Why the fuck did I keep in it? They told me they my lord, they've rebelled. And Sam goes, whoop, time to go. Whoopsie. You're absolutely unmatched when it comes to pissing people off, Your Majesty. A world beater. Well, there's still hope. There must be. Consider this my resignation. There's no fun in a winnable war. She strides out of the throne room without looking back. Sure enough, within a few days, the counts have turned up to support them. Why haven't I left? Why haven't I gone into hiding?
Yeah,
to support the
you
rebel
need to
forces
leave.
already laying siege to the capital. Like, I know it's a siege, but you can sneak out. Like in sieges, like you can't get an army out, but you can normally get one person out. Yeah, that's right, Pentel. Yeah. In my Doom, we don't even get to ship the Marshal and the King. Against such overwhelming numbers, your walls can't hold out. The ladders go up, the enemy soldiers pour in. As dawn rises, Chief Lazy Kiwi strolls into your throne room, backed by soldiers from all across the kingdom. Warriors from the north, knights from the east, and soldiers from the coast. So, you won.
Let's talk about this.
Looks like I did. You made it pretty easy. With a triumphant smirk, Chief Lazy Kiwi makes a sharp gesture. The northern warriors step forward, battle axes at the ready. You can pray to your false god, but it'll do you no good. Morgana has spun the fates for you. Brace yourself.
You're gonna bravely go to the
or fight.
Oh, go on. See if you can take on an army by yourself.
Well, I was thinking turn and run because look, I'm dead, but maybe I can like jump down the toilet or something because they're the old castles where there's just a hole. There's just a hole.
It's just a hole. Yeah. You can land in a pile of shit.
I'm going to see if I can crawl out of the shit pipe. Lazy Kiwi, come on, you carabing. No, but the thing is, Lazy Kiwi, you are here with a lot. It's not, you know when like 40 people turn up and go, we're going to kill you. It's not bravery to be like, come on then, you fucks, because that's stupidity. That you're not winning this. There is no win condition.
You're not John Wick. It's not going to happen.
And even in the John Wick universe, when he goes up against that many people, they basically show John Wick being kicked. John Wick works well when the fighters do that thing where they kind of are there, but they all still fight him kind of one at a time, or at least they take turns.
Or he like maneuvers them into a choke point or something. You know
exactly. Ray Bernard, it happened to my friend Julius Caesar too. Okay. Turn and run. You're caught before you can make 10 steps. Fuck! I knew I should have done more stretches and cardio. Instead of killing you, this soldier sees you and drag you down to your own dungeon. Your ordeal isn't over. Well, guess what? If I'd have fought them, I'd already be dead. So I'm counting this as a win. Basically, guys, okay, chat, love you, but I gotta go get Granny Pears out of the pub. Wish me luck. She's been out on Mother's Day. Day drinks, and I'm sure she's totally sober. Pentel, sex dungeon, here we go. Wow, this new regime is interesting. After a week of rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched onto a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. Jeering in support? You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Rotten fruit and fresh dung of support?
Maybe?
Could be. You can see Chief Lazy Kiwi sitting in the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former monarch. My authority is now spineless. Ah, jeez. Although I love the fact that before then, while I was in prison, my authority was still 4, which is like bad for a king, but good for somebody in a dungeon.
Good for a prisoner. Yeah.
Good for a prisoner.
You could get whatever you wanted for breakfast in the dungeon.
The executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you have any last words, now is the time. Everything I did for my kingdom. Is it too late to abdicate? Nothing, or, well, I'll be heading off then, because this is how you get ahead in business. You place your head on the block. The executioner lifts his massive axe. Wait, you suddenly thought of a much better last words. You turn to the executioner to tell him, but the axe is already falling. Thunk! Your head bounces into Chief Lazy Kiwi's lap. I hope ruining your tunic. Your reign comes to a gruesome end. Successor voting is open. Who is succeeding me? Zoya or Vic? What happened to my baby son? Baby daughter. Let's not think about it. It's probably sad.
Well, we've got a choice to make. This will definitely bring us together as a community and won't lead to... Come on, get that count. We need a goth king. We need Skull Boy.
Goth king with a skull? Or no, it looks like. Oh, interesting. Dear. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you are united against me and with the chiefs. And is that what's the sound? Is that the sound of them fucking you? Is that the sound of them fucking you, Sam?
I can't believe they've done this. I thought we'd all stick together.
Voting's closed. 60 nobles have voted for the next monarch to be. It's Vic. The chiefs are victorious. After the entire kingdom rose against them, the monarch Securius Funt II was dragged out of the palace and decapitated in the city square. The patricians joined the rebellion alongside the chiefs, but nobody considered them a true contender for the crown. Wow. Fuck you, I guess. The counts joined the rebellion at the last minute, either finally fed up with the monarch or perhaps desperate to be on the winning side. The chiefs launched the rebellion that toppled the monarch and devastated the kingdom. In the aftermath, nobody could stop them from taking the throne, and Vic was crowned to half-hearted cheers from the traumatized common folk.
Yeah, it must be tiring. It must be tiring to be a peasant in those times of like, oh, the king is new king, is it? Great.
Yeah, great.
Presumably,
are my taxes lower or higher?
Yeah.
Oh,
higher. The best thing that can happen is that the king does nothing and just wastes time and money.
Yeah.
You know, being a hedonistic dickhead. That's it. That's the best outcome.
The game
for
of
you.
musical chairs within the palace does not do much for the harvest. Are we going again? I think we should, because we've still got 45 minutes, if that's all good. And I don't want to, I don't really want to swap midstream, especially for just like half an hour. So, yeah. And I don't know if it then means that Vic is now making the choices. I hope so. That'd be fun. And I can be, so if we go continue game, Monarch Vic.
You reigned. Inkstained. Danny points out you reigned for less than 3 years. Managed to get everyone.
Yeah. Well,
brilliant.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, this time I'm coming down. Pentel, you're always the king, Tim. You're still in control. But now I'm Vic. So was Vic no one? Is Vic
Vic
like
was
an
just
NPC character? So now I'm Vic.
Yeah, I assume so.
But now, the chiefs of the north, you are part of the controlling party, I assume. I don't know if that changes things. I don't know.
Oh, but are they still going to be loyal to their people, or will power seduce them?
Karen says, no, I think we actually had a Vic at one point. Let's find out. Join. He said, is there a way to have different regions in the new game? No, if you continue, it's always this. And if we want to continue the story, it's always got to be this. I mean, at some point, if we play again and want to do a completely new one, we definitely can, and we can have different folks. And I'm going to eat a bit of shortbread while people join. Pentel has so much money. How much, Pentel? Flaunt your wealth. Mermaid also has lots of money. Halifax, the contenders are always NPCs, but they are connected to players. Interesting. Is there any? Tim, can I have some of that shortbread? I haven't had any in almost 4 years. What?
4 years, no shortbread.
Pentel has 7,000. So I want to point out what that means is
how'd you get $7,000, Pentel?
You know, hey everyone, you know when you've been spending your money to achieve game outcomes, Pentel's just been not participating in that and hoarding all of their money and then reaping the benefits.
Yeah, I mean, good for you, Pentel.
So
hoarding wealth is always a good idea.
Oh, sorry. Pentel spent some money twice. So just everyone think back to how many times you spent money. Pentel spent some money twice. Because remember, Pentel, you don't gain money individually. Your clan gains money. So,
but
it's a direct link.
Oh yeah, you gain it as a group, don't you? But then you can spend it individually.
So if one person's got loads of money, everybody knows why. I supported constructing your fortress. It almost worked. Right. Okay. Now, sure, I'm still acting, I believe in this case, Queen, but don't let your hatred for Securius Funt II cloud your judgment of the reign of Vic. Different person. Incidentally, why are there so few patricians? I don't know. I think it's because it reassigns people. It assigns people to the group they were in last. And I just think more chiefs have come back between streams. But if somebody joins and they've never been any of them, it'll assign it most likely to the patricians to try and get numbers together. I don't know. Yeah, new nobles automatically join the region with the fewest players, which may make them appear imbalanced. So we just need more people to join. The coronation.
You can only choose which house you join if you own the game.
Yes, and if you've linked it. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from Monarch Securus II, but you must still answer to the council. You hear my head like just chuckling from the latrine pit you threw it in. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my What? But it's my coronation. I am a noble chief of the North, and I will not be dunked. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Which doesn't make sense, because you took it over in a bloody coup. And you were like, cool, I shall keep this semi-constitutional
You know
monarchy.
that thing we all hated? Here's the thing. I did hate it when I wasn't in charge of it. No. But now I am in charge of it. I think it's actually pretty good.
Such is the curse of humanity, Sam. FW, I say I've got the game, but it hasn't seemed to affect it here. You need to go into the game, and then you need to connect your Twitch account to it, and then it links the two things, and then it means things. And that's why we must kill you again. I see, Birdie. Now I'm wearing the boot. Shall we call the nobles in? Right, in you come. Right. So, are we holding a pagan... Oh, good, it has changed things. It is sort of recognising things. So, hold a pagan northern ceremony.
Yep.
Proceed with a religious ceremony that honours the ninth god. Throw the monarch in the river. Or outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all. Interesting. So, I'm going to... You know what? I'm just going to get rid of this one, which says outdated traditions, there's no need for a coronation at all, because pomp and circumstance is important. So I'm not saying you can't throw me into the river. I'm just saying you can't just say nothing.
What are people looking at? Okay, you got
people want a pagan ceremony.
Pagan ceremony, yeah.
It appears that they are interested in the chiefs' new monarch overstepping their bounds in what is a diverse kingdom, and being too northern. We're going pagan. You hold a traditional northern ceremony in the palace, of course. Of course, that means you're stripped nude, flogged with birches, and bathed in goat's blood while a god speaker chants the ancient rites of Morgana.
I mean, our coronation ritual has like special magic oil, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That you have to put on the king. So
Yeah. And they have to sit on a special chair that, let's just say, isn't entirely flat. Let's just put it like that.
Absolutely.
It's got ridges, it's got bumps. Let's leave it at that. You must clean it down afterwards. Unless you want a yeast infection, you simply must clean it down afterwards. And that's just tradition. Pedal, I wish the king/queen could romance the marshal. I want to know more than ever. Imagine Vic and Marshall. I also like the fact that the marshal's going to be like, yeah, you know, I got pissed and ran off.
Oh, I'm back.
Hey, you can't beat experience, right?
Yeah.
Now I know what it's like to go through a coup. I'll know better for next time. It's all thoroughly pagan. The church is outraged, and so are the common folk. They should just be grateful you didn't include the ritual sacrifice. Yeah, the kingdom is well done. Day one, the stability is teetering. In the east and the north, faith can't go lower. In the coast, faith is now skeptical. I'm fine with the faith being changed. Council introduction. Let's find out. Chief over coffee cup. You did it. You seized the throne. We showed them what the chiefs could do, didn't we? Now just remember which side your bread is buttered. You answer to us. Got it? You know what? When I make choices, maybe I should canvass the chiefs. Because I'm ruling for the chiefs.
Uh-oh.
So perhaps if I rule for the chiefs, then at least I will have one group on my side, as opposed to three groups fucking me from all directions. Fake Coffee Cup is asking why they're serving cunt again. Because that's how you be, Fake Coffee Cup. When you breathe in, you serving cunt. Long live.
Counts and patricians, we need to undermine the north.
Now, introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Introduce yourself to the Counts of the East. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Introduce yourself to the patricians of the coast. A pleasure, your serene highness. I want a new voice for them.
Sam, we trusted you. Why?
Look at the chat you
Well, that was
cunt.
your mistake, Fake Coffee Cup. You should not have trusted. Did you see what I did to Tim? I flipped hard.
Betrayed me aggressively.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Don't trust Sam Wormtongue.
Right, the new voice is this. A pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow under your wealthy reign. Yes, patrician heart. Oh, he's the is it Robo Bacchus? Who's the one for Futurama?
Oh yeah, hedonism bot.
Hedonism bot.
Yeah, Robo
Pleasure,
Bacchus
your
is
serene
also a
Robo
good
Bacchus.
name. Yeah.
So no penguin's better than the sex voice, I guess. Court Jester, I hate this. Yes, Arcee Birdie.
Oh yes.
The pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall is immediately filled with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will there be a good little monarch and do as they're told? Interesting. Too early to tell. We should have a backup plan, just in case. Chiefs, don't worry. I rule for everyone from the north. So don't worry about it. The path to victory. Lilios 28. Not for nothing, but maybe our military should go up and we should target not another bloody coup. Interesting, Lilios. Interesting. Inkster Danny, Tim, how have you managed to do normalish voices for all the regions but the patricians? They know what they did. Those Mediterranean fuckboys. Oh. There we go. What's going on?
Okay. What's happened?
Oh, there's something oh, hang on.
Something's coming.
Interesting.
There's some text.
Sam, some lovely introductions to behind the developer's cloth. This is where the menus are in physical space. Like this is a screen that I would see.
Yeah.
So it would have done
There's a viewport behind. That's wild.
Options, close. Okay. Well, I'm assuming it saves as we go, so I'm just going to quickly quit and reload.
Quit and restart.
Remember, we have bypass emotes and no one told me. Reload the game. Sorry, everyone, you'll have to rejoin. It done shit its panties. Quad Jester, just a peek behind the curtain there for all of us. Lovely. The shortbread is nice, but there are a few claggier snacks to eat.
Yeah. The cement of snacks. The mouth cement.
Delicious mouth cement.
Just like a handful of peanut butter might be on par in terms of clagginess, but
sorry, Sam, a handful of peanut butter.
You heard me. A handful of peanut butter, just reach your hand into the big tub. I literally buy peanut butter by the kilo. So
in those big, fucking hefty
big
jars.
tubs, because it's me. We're a very heavy peanut butter household. Like this household, we have to say to people like, "Are you allergic to nuts?" before.
Yeah, you cannot. They are.
You cannot come into this house.
It is smeared.
How do you eat my peanut butter? By the handful.
Yeah.
Or two if I need it. Just get a big, and then
Yeah.
just press it into my face.
And if he's feeling cheeky, he will spare it on one of the sort of like the play mats that sort of slow dogs down, and he'll just get it off of that.
Yeah.
Your
I
Majesty,
hide it from myself somewhere around the house.
Yeah, you hide it, then you give yourself a very fierce blow to the head, just to kind of really muddle up the old memory, and then you go look for it. God, Jester, do you still alternate between smooth and crunchy as a household, Sam?
Usually just get crunchy, but sometimes I get smooth. Fancy it. Smooth seems to go further, but I prefer crunchy.
It's not as good though.
It's not as good.
It's too uniform. Oh, I have had Earl Grey shortbread cookies, Foxglove Pal. It's really good. Also, fuck, Iris got into my lunch. I caught her eating a French fry. Oh, that cat is going to do some tricky shits. Rainbow Nerd. You hide it, get the memory removed, then bada bing, bada boom. Smoothie is more versatile for recipes. It is true. Mad Thomas Roberts. Everyone stop. A handful of peanut butter is too cursed. Tim, I can't believe I'm saying this, but be the adult in the room for fuck's sake. Sam?
Yeah.
Use a fucking spoon.
Fine.
There you go. See? I can do it. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Right, chiefs. What do you want it to be? Military? Stability? Authority? Farming? Trade or faith? Remember, Tim, the adult in the room, Captain Potato. This feels wrong. Very coffee cup. I can't believe that Sam has willingly outed himself as a peanut butter pervert.
I love it.
Eddie Sourboy. Yeah, no notes. Sam, you're a dang ass freak, and everyone agrees. Military. I think we're going military. As a conqueror, a warrior monarch is sure to be remembered fondly. If they win more battles than they lose. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will turn to you to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your Majesty. Good luck, comma, your massagee, and then you just sort of... Scheme, the patricians. Florian of the noblesse Jess family, charismatic Navy admiral in little short shorts, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Monarch Vic. Thank you. Could I have a glass of water? Thank you. Oh, I've got a glass already. No, she's gone. She didn't hear me.
She's gone.
Far more legitimate than that of Monarch Vic. Something must be done. You see what happens when you unite against me? I die, and then you fall apart. Sorcery, subterfuge, or monopoly. Patricians vote. Thank you. In respect of your zoo, Inkstein Danny, I will not even begin to read out that section about what that man did with a peanut butter jar. We'll just skip right over it. Monopoly, raise own trade. A trade war. Is it the patricians have planned to privatize this entire damn kingdom? First, they must build up their industry. To advance the scheme, the patricians must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Okay. The counts.
I mean, that's the trick, isn't it? Pick something you've already done. That's
true. Yeah. Then you practice. Kaja of the Fuxi dynasty, notorious political fixer, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow cunts. In ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not without the false Monarch Vic. While the false Monarch Vic wears the crown. Now, counts, I was willing to let you be in charge if you may be immortal, and you turned against me. Think on. Blood ritual, ascension, possession.
So that's what we tried last time, was the ascension. It is the best.
I thought it was a blood ritual.
No, it's ascension, because then... Oh, no. Yeah, it was.
It was.
Blood ritual, highest farming.
So
our faith is already 0, so it's got to be B, right? Everyone...
Right, so chiefs, we need to make the counts more faithful and lower the patricians' trade, unless you want to lose the throne.
Could you make somebody else more faithful? They'll just be like, no thanks. If everyone hasn't joined back again since we had to restart, you'll just need to rejoin. You should join the same house you were in last time.
Yeah, just exclamation mark, join, followed by your pronouns to join the game. The counts plan to induct the monarch into their secret cult and offer them into immortality in exchange for the throne. Yes, this is what we tried last time. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance the scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Oh, we have a Kofi. From Vague, it would seem. Have a little looky look, shall we? Very Coffee Cup has donated very kindly to the Ko-fi with the message, please don't spend this on peanut butter, crunchy or otherwise. Pervert. I won't. I'll spend it on Nutella, the other jarred breakfast substance.
Oh, good stuff. Nutella. I can't have Nutella in the house.
No, it's not. It's not a thing to have like with specific meals. It's a thing that during gaps in the day you just sort of wander towards, and then you unscrew the lid, and then you get your bare unwashed hand and you just pop it in there.
Just scoop it out. Do you know what I realised I was doing once? Was like I sort of regained consciousness halfway through this process.
You awoke
it felt
from
like
a fugue state as if you were like killing someone.
Yeah. And I was standing with the jar of Nutella and a bag of mini pretzels, mini salted pretzels, just dipping the pretzels in the Nutella and eating them. It was delightful.
Did you also, like, you were having a good time, but then you were like, oh, there are tears rolling down my face as well?
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. Oscar. Oh, sorry. More shortbread. I thought I had time. Aussie Birdie, living the dream, Sam.
Yeah.
On the other side, Court Jester, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, you know. Hang on. You can say, Danny, by the way, I went to a friend of mine the other day for some train model making.
It's a good train.
Lovely train. Just remember, do not send it through the Hungarian Postal Service.
Do you have a physical photograph? You've printed, like, you've got an actual photograph, is that? In real life?
Oh, yeah, that is it, yeah.
It's an actual...
Are you from the past? KTB, Tim, I'm getting better, but laughing still hurts. That said, you're correct about Nutella. Remember, no, that's a normal thing, Sam. It's the hand that disturbs me. Foxcopal, it's also Die Nutella, as in the German article, not the English word. Die Nutella. Die Nutella! Ah, friend took a Polaroid. Oscar of the Vague Coffee Cup clan, notorious northern elder, stands precarious on a long house crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Morgana is with us. Vic now sits on the throne, and the chiefs are in charge. But all the other regions will already be scheming to depose them. Do we stay loyal to the new monarch, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Right. Are you going to aid the monarch? Are you going to replace them with a doppelganger, or are you going to intimidate the monarch? Chiefs. Let's do this together. Vague. J. Okay, I think we're okay, but noted Vague and J. And just everyone else?
This is usually why votes are anonymous, I think, isn't it, really?
A little look. Just a little look at the what I'm going to call the cuck zone. And I think I'm justified in calling it that. Right. That settles it then. Long live the monarch. May they bring glory to Morgana. Good, yes. I don't think you are, actually. Fake of up. Tim. Jay. Oops. Mary Maid. Alright, I'm going to lurk and pack, but I'll try to be conscientious of votes. But we can always change our minds. If it ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of them the old-fashioned way. It won't be necessary. Won't be necessary.
I'll be good.
The chief's goal is to aid the monarch by counter... did you see the coronation ceremony? It was very pagan. The other chiefs region schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Okay, so chiefs, we've got to raise the faith of the counts, lower the trade of the patricians, and get military up wherever we can.
How do you raise somebody else's faith? It's endless leaflets.
Yeah, it's a leafleting campaign. Yeah,
just turning up on Sunday morning at their house and going, "Have you heard the news?
Have you heard the good news?" After voting, neighbours can change their votes. Okay, I think I'm going to do swing vote. And swing vote. Because then the Chiefs, that protects us from some accidental, like, split voting. Mental counts, do you want to do some truce? We vote in your favour, you vote in ours. The Chiefs can see through your deceptions. A vote for Pental is a vote against your own interests. Did you know that Pentol,
Yeah, it's
my
called a
learned
crusade. Oh,
friend
yeah, that's right.
Pentol, was recently caught up in an international postal theft scandal? Interesting. What an interesting piece of information. We'll let the voters decide what happened there. But Sam?
I'm just saying, nobody knew about this theft scandal until Pentol came along. So maybe they've got something to do with it.
Interesting. Tim, it's not my fault. I live in a corrupt country. What a coincidence. It just so happens that the country you live in is terribly corrupt. But of course, that has nothing to do with you, does it, Pentol? Because this candidate won't take responsibility for their own actions. Pentol, untrustworthy and a coward. I rest my case. That's not how voting works, but I rest my case.
We have a very different kind of corruption in the UK.
Yeah.
People get into power and then they slowly fill their pockets and secure themselves consultancy positions when they retire from politics. It takes a lot longer. It's equally damaging to the country as a whole, but it does at least take a while.
And it looks better on a postcard.
Yeah. U-turn. 71 Penguins Redeem U-turn. Pentol is an upstanding person and should be supported.
I have been informed by my lord that I was a little rash. And I think that we should give Pentol a second chance, a second glance, because you know what? There are always second acts in politics, I think you'll find in this country. So, Pentol, a gift from the future? Who can say? I just looked over and saw the mention of Viktor Orban. They're like, nah, I don't think I can get involved in this.
Yep.
Genocide, what a horrible night to have a scheme. One day you're walking through the palace gardens when you're confronted by an unusual sight. One of your palace watchers standing guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding a mop. Fearlessly defending me from dust, are you? Last week, a corporate urchin kicked me in the shins and stole me proper pike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. What if there was an assassin? I'll probably hide behind a decorative urn. I can only... Oh, you're fucking back, are you? You prick. I can only apologise, Your Majesty. The Palace Watch have been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obvious you need a proper honour guard to protect you. But first, how can we improve the watch? Okay. Do we spend a fortune on fancy new equipment? Do we invite Northern soldiers to provide training? Interesting.
No, probably not.
No, we actually probably shouldn't do that, Chiefs, because that does lower military, and we need to keep our military high. Enforce harsher discipline, which raises authority but lowers stability, or there's no need to do anything. I think, well, we're not currently worried about stability and authority per se, so, don't know. I'm going to say, well, what I will do is I will veto inviting Northern soldiers because that actively buggers around with what we're trying to do. So I'm going to make sure that the others can't do that. Pentol, you don't need to do anything, Tim. Very portentous. 7 Penguin says, fuck you. Jesus Christ. Right, Chiefs. I would suggest probably... I think probably C. I think probably C does us best. Because we don't have that much money. And we can have good authority, if not high stability. So C. Vague Coffee Cup. Who asked you? I'm trying to coordinate a response, Vague Coffee Cup. I love the idea. You know, like at the start of a sporting match, and the coach is like, right, we're going to do this. And one of the players goes, who the fuck asked you? And it's like, it's quite difficult to organise this. Okay, it would appear that everyone has united. Moose has just broken away from the vote.
Oh. Moose is playing their own game.
Alpha BRW again, also. Fine. Alright, fine. I don't expect lockstep. Next time you see a patrol in the palace grounds, you notice the more and more that your watch have lost their equipment. The mop has been joined by other improvised weaponry, including rolling pins, colanders, fireplace pokers, and a head of lettuce. Our authority is now dubious.
What a terrifying army you've got there.
If one thing is clear from this mess, it's that you need an honour guard who can actually keep you safe, not like these kittens. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to Coin above all. You'll choose our northern warriors, won't you, Your Grace? Don't tell me you've gone soft and southern already. No. I wait your verdict with bated breath. Definitely the northern warriors. I'll make the arrangements at once. Everyone else is irritated. The north already liked me. Stats, Tim. Sorry. Stats. Welcome, Ray DK. Please join. If you do !join, you can vote in things. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Don't know why. Just a good time.
Everything's
low on lumber.
Oh no.
Low on lumber. Your Majesty, will you tell these superstitious counts to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need wood for our craftspeople. I've told you 1,000 times, Chief. That forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging in there. But you told us a logging contract, and said contract has no exclusions for haunting. Okay. So we've been fucked over by the chiefs on a contract. Your Greatness, the counts can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. Okay, so the chiefs of the contract and may go logging. Let them harvest the lumber, but share the proceeds with the counts. Turn the forest into a joint eastern northern hunting reserve. Or fence off the area and make sure no one goes near it. I'm just gonna. You know what? All of them have got ups and downs. So I think I'm just gonna make this a free vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make it a free vote. Although.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Chiefs, you know our objectives.
I guess B. Or C. God, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure which one gives us an advantage. Let's go. C. Let's cooperate so nobody's happy.
Usually how it goes. Yeah, even if I put on switchable votes, it wouldn't have mattered.
Mm-hmm.
A hunting reserve? That's not what we asked for. We need lumber, you fools. The Monarch Vic Friendship Reserve. The Monarch Vic Friendship Reserve doesn't really get off to the ground, as the counts avoid it out of fear and habit. Great. Still, at least it keeps the chiefs from hacking it down. You know what? If we'd have hacked down the haunted forest, you know there would be like a little pin saying plague of ghosts.
Ghost plague.
We've got to guys. We can't really afford to lose the authority, guys. Pirates, but not the good kind. Karen, we can fight ghosts. You must do something. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast's ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. Interesting. Lady Patrician Mermaid's wealth has decreased from loads to merely fucking loads. Okay, well, because the military's too low and the treasury's too low, there is nothing to be done, and I can't do anything about it. So,
I guess that then.
But luckily, I want the trade to go down. Ideally.
Oh, I accidentally voted C#. No, don't.
No, sorry, Sam. You're not playing in the .NET format.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I remembered which environment C# is meant for. Pento, fuck, our trade cannot get hit more. Yeah, because you need to keep it above that. We don't do anything. The patricians scour behind their masks and retreat to their opium dens, where they no doubt wonder why they have a monarch in the first place. They're very cross, but that's good. Over the coming month, their trade routes are blighted by escalating pirate raids. Still, what are you expected to do? Pirates are a natural risk of seafaring, like sharks or scurvy.
Yeah, except only one of those can be fixed with a lemon.
Yeah, sharks hate lemons. They hate them. Yep. They're allergic.
They hate them. They won't go near them.
Can't do it. Right. Yeah. Chiefs, we could probably do with, well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Chiefs probably vote for the stadium. Because it will lower the patricians' military. So I'd spend your hard-earned cash on F. Because then if they do rebel, alright, with what army? With what army, I say?
Yeah, our faith is already low, so...
Emir, Northerners are so up. The Northerners are poo.
It's going to do the top 2 that get funded.
Yeah, it does the top 2. So
Pentel,
you get trade.
So it's not going to...
Pentel shelled out. Christune. Thank you, Christune. Right. The patricians of the coast are already on the verge of rebellion. It's very annoying, but they have 0 military. So it means they're just like, there's just one guy being like, "Ooh, stop it!
Stop that!
Stop it!
I'm saving up for a knife."
The Pirate Queen!
Yeah,
Pirate
she
Queen.
is.
Pirate Queen.
Pirate Queen. Pirate Queen.
Your Serene Highness, our pirates are more aggressive than ever. They follow a Pirate Queen who calls herself Bloody Gull. No, I think you'll find she calls herself Future Queen Vic, the Unclothed. She has established a stronghold on a tiny speck of land called Spiderheart Isle. According to our spies, she is growing every day in power and wealth. What are we to do? Only half of our trade vessels reach their destinations. Okay. Send a diplomat. Send a diplomat. We've
got to send a diplomat.
We've got.
Right, everyone, put your differences aside.
We simply have to wife this queen. I'm even going to make it free vote. I'm not going to. I trust you. I'm not even going to veto it.
We need to.
Because when the chips are down, and when a kingdom is divided, there is one thing that is guaranteed to bring us all, of different creeds and nations and faiths together, and that is being well horny for a pirate wife.
Who's voting bounty?
Wow. Vague Coffee Cup and Emil TV.
Wow.
Take note. Or they don't want you to have a pirate wife. They want you to be chaste.
To take our pirate wife. We love our pirate wife.
Right. Your diplomat arrives at Spiderheart Isle but is not granted an audience. Instead, the Pirate Queen has him pelted with manure and sends him back with a letter in hand. Hot. Your Majesty, the Bloody Gull writes that if you wish to negotiate, you must meet her in person. I cannot advise you to take up her offer. I'll speak to her. What's the worst that can happen? Let's just give them money until they go away. There's nothing more to be done. Enough of her insults. Let's send the Navy to assault her stronghold. Military of 0. We must place a bounty on her head. We are going to meet her in person. This will go well. Vague Coffee Cup. Well, I'm in a luteal phase, so I don't know what that means, Vague. I don't know what that means. Talk about Vague only wants a pirate wife when ovulating. Oh, is it the other phase to ovulation? Is it the most sanguine ovarian state? I'm afraid I don't. I don't know. I've never come across the phrase luteal. How do you not know? Two reasons. Sex education in this country is awful, and you basically find out about how things work through rumour. And 2, I also don't know any of the Latin names of any of the things that happen in my body. So
yeah,
there are 4 phases. Yeah, there's ovulation, luteal, I think sleepy,
werewolf,
and dock.
Yeah.
Oh, the werewolf, and just a little guy. That's the
Google is free, but I mean within that time span it would have been tricky.
I also don't know. Shout out about education. You're 30 years old. To Flavor and Penguins, to be fair, I also menstruate and do not know any of these fucking phrases. Phases. Earlier Baxter, we learn the phases and not the names. Ladies Kiwi, and I'm a woman with all the bits needed for that to happen. Rusty Birdie, why would we Google this?
Yeah. It's also neither Tim nor I are in the market for children, so we probably wouldn't have been doing a lot of...
It's not come up. It's a
lot of, how to get
Eddie
them
Sauerboy,
preggers.
I'm 26, and then up until a few months ago, I had a uterus, and I haven't heard of this. You know what? I'm glad that people are backing me up who have been owners and operators of uteri. Mermaid, menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal. Really irritating that one of the phases is the name of the whole cycle.
Yeah.
Bad naming convention. Right. Well, Your Majesty, there's always the risk of, to pick an example entirely at random, being pelted with manure. No, I'm doing it. It's happening. And even if neither goes well, you'll be legitimising her false claims of royalty. Nobles will no doubt be annoyed. Sorry, did you not hear the phrase pirate wife?
Yeah, I cannot explain to you that pirate wife is a good idea regardless of the cost.
Exactly. So... Darcy X, yes, the little guy stage, and as a person on T, I am now stuck in that stage. XZA, I'm not the operator of my uterus, I merely argue with it while it does its thing. Of course, Your Majesty, I will arrange for a meeting as soon as possible. People don't like this. But they're wrong. The thing about that is they're wrong. Finding a spouse. I have already... Right. I'm going to go through this charade, but we all know who my spouse needs to be. Pentol, Tim, you have 5 minutes. We do have 5 minutes. Right. I'm going to go women. Thank you, Your Majesty. I send out messages to the most influential nobles, families, and kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the chiefs as we agreed before you took the throne. Right? Right? We'll find out. Oh, a refugee crisis. False Club out. You need to marry a partition. Why? Why do I need to do that? The coast is experiencing a terrible famine, Your Grace, and a steady trickle of refugees has been pouring into the east. Yes, it's a terrible tragedy. They're looking for food and steady work, but finding neither, they've turned to begging. The streets of eastern cities are crowded with coastal vagrants. Well, I'm sorry that my suffering people are clogging up the precious eastern streets. They need help, not judgment. But will the council give it? There should be grain amongst the starving peasants in the coast. Fund the local militia to deal with the beggars. Close the roads out of the coast. Or the monarch will personally hand out bread to refugees in the east. I want to hand out bread personally, actually, but I don't know. I don't know what people.
You're going to be like Theresa May at Grenfell, standing on the other side of a barrier.
Yeah,
looking
being
disgusted. Yeah, going like, oh
well,
I don't know.
If only we'd been in power for, oh god, loads of time. I'm going to. Gosh, what should I do?
RC Birdie says if I could get rid of my uterus and donate it to someone in need, I would. I think they're non-transferable, like bus tickets, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like trying to get on the Gatwick Express when you've got a Thames Link ticket. They don't like
Can't
it.
do it.
All right, I'm going to go swing votes. So that if it looks like the one you really don't want to happen is happening, you can unite around a different one. Pentel says, it would be funny to see D fail. So that is also the option of like, let me do that one and I will fall on my own face. I want to try that one. Because also, don't forget chiefs who are voting for A. That will essentially empty the coffers. And
yeah, so chiefs might not want to go.
Chiefs might not want to go for that one because it will mean that we have no money. So you can swing the vote if you'd like to pop over, give us a chance. Come on.
Yeah, if you vote again, I think you can.
Come on, Chiefs.
With swing votes.
Swing vote over. You can change your vote. Need one more.
Oh, they have transplanted a uterus.
Have they?
What?
There you go. You can change your vote. You can transplant your ute. Lovely. Let's see how this goes. KDB, no Sam. I also know that no one ever transplanted a ute. But they have. My sister found a paper on it. Right. How convincing am I as a benevolent dictator handing out bread to my people. Yes. Sorry, I mean, hooray. You travel. It's the first time I've won a vote in a long time, guys. Dice roll. So, you travel to Rudgrad, the bigger city in the east, where you spend a whole day handing out loaves to the coastal refugees. Thank ye, your august majesty, says a peasant, peasantly. You're applauded far and wide for your generosity. You are a true monarch of the people. Load the defiance. Stability up.
So you were like Jeremy Corbyn at Grenfell, not
Yeah.
Theresa May at Grenfell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it all worked out for Jezza. However, your symbolic public efforts don't actually do much to help. Not important. The famine in the coast only worsens. Hopefully it hurts their trade.
Oh, yeah.
More starving peasants flock to the east every day, and the tensions heighten between the patricians and the counts. Cool. Fine. Whatever.
Right.
Right. We're going to end the season there, and we are going to finish. So I've got to go and gig. So thank you all for joining today. Thank you, Pendle. Thank you, Moose. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for all of those who subscribed and donated and followed. Thank you very much, Firefly, for gifting those gift subs. 5 gift subs, I believe. They've gone to Mir TV, Rainbow Nerd, Marvelous the Uncool, Gnosidok, and Katie B. Thank you very much, Firefly. That is very, very generous of you. That's quite right. I hope you all enjoyed the coup, as Mir TV has said. Yes, do come back next time. We'll do some, because I think maybe we might take a little bit of a break and do something else. But if people really are enjoying this, I enjoy this game, and people can enjoy it, and you can join in. So I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll do some sort of poll or vote. Unless, Pentol, could you put together an incredibly short, like 1 minute poll right now of continue this game or do something else, just so we've got the answer, and then I will leave. And whilst you're doing that, I will look for someone to raid. Anyone following online? Chugs is up, but I like Chugs, but he doesn't need my help. If there's anybody who knows someone who is streaming that could raid, I'm way obsessed. Luckily, it's very close by. It's very close by my house. So, a return of this or different gam. Vote now or forever hold your pace. You have 40 seconds.
Buffalo's his break a leg.
Thank you. Dudlick. D-U-D-I-K? Is it I-L-K? Oh, I can't see. D-U-D-L-I-K. When they're close to that, my brain just can't do it. Search. D-U-D-L-I-K. Dudlick is playing No Man's Sky. The raid message will be, I shall have my pirate wife. That is the message. I need to go to another... Oh, God, hang on. If I do that, is it going to cancel the raid? Oh, it does cancel the raid. What a terrible interface.
It's a bit rough for now.
Like, I can't see what's going on. Hang on. Okay, fucking hell. Right, I have to go to the other thing. Right, I'm assuming that... Oh yeah, this game stays. Have fun, Tim. Lovely. Wonderful. Thank you very much, everyone. Right. And see you next time. Goodbye. Remember, the phrase is, I shall have my pirate wife. Goodbye.